The NLDS starts here. It's going to be the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's an October matchup coming right up.
A great beginning to the postseason is about to begin. These two ball clubs surviving the regular season and now a division series. Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. For a starter, focus and determination absolutely essential. This man's got both. Adam Wainwright, one of the best. Ticket sales for this one, 49,000 plus. Steve, I'm wondering, what do you think of the strategy he's going to have going up against this Miami lineup?
Now, this right-hander brings outstanding stuff to the mound every time he takes the ball against a lineup that can be somewhat of a challenge at times for pitchers, but if he's on top of his game, he should be able to shut them down.
Here's the lineup for the Marlins. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, you get offense from your catcher, and you just have the bonus plan, and that's Kurt Suzuki, guy that can do a lot of things offensively, hits for high average, can hit the ball out of the ballpark on occasion, but he's very adept at hitting with runners in scoring position. Look for him to have a big game driving in runs in this one.
Grimmage at the plate. He'll be the leadoff man as we get ready to get things going. The pitch from Wainwright. Swings at that breaking ball, but misses. It's 0-1. If you take a look at these two teams, how about a thought or two on the Cardinals?
Home field advantage clearly means a lot, but it means nothing if you don't keep it. And that's why game one is so pivotal. You want to establish control early and run the series.
And there's no better time to make that statement in a series than right here in game one.
Well, there's not a better time, but if you don't win game one, you have to just bounce back in game two.
And it's through. Taylor a single. And his Turris will score. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen. Okay, the defense needs to stop right now. They need to put up an out here. This offense just has been relentless this inning.
And Suzuki's in the box. 5 lifetime hits, 11 ABs off the Cardinals. And another hit. They're really gunning right now. Great opportunity for Miami.
They need to get an out right now. I mean, this offense just has kept the pressure on them. They need to regroup and get an out.
And Mayberry batting. He homered earlier in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1 pitch, Wainwright. It's fouled off. He delivers. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And it's in there. They're going to try and score Taylor. And it's up against the wall. Taylor scores. And Suzuki scores as well. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double.
Well, they need a big out right here, Jeremy. They're giving up some runs in this inning. They need to get outs right now, just again to show that they can get them.
And Strasburg's in the box. That one's drilled to short. And there's the third out. Adam Wainwright. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. Mixing your pitch types, key to performance like the one we're seeing today on the mound. Here's a look at what he's been doing.
There's no doubt about his command in this game today, doing a great job of alternating.
Steve, you got to like the odds right here. You get that base hit, and all of a sudden this game changes.
Now, if he hits one over the ball, too, it completely changes the complexion of this game.
They've had to battle back. Here's a chance to get the lead. He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. Cuts, misses. That's the off-speed pitch. 1-1. And Suzuki setting his target. Swerve can't find the zone. 2-1.
Well, this guy's prepared on the mound. He knows what the reports indicate. He knows this 2-1 count is a critical juncture in this at-bat. Look for him to go to some junk.
You're out. Ring him up. Strike 3. But, boy, what a solid offensive inning that was. You really got knocked around in that half inning. You never want to see one like that if you're on the mound. That's a wearing. A chilly night that seems to be getting a little colder as we play on and happy. It's Emos at the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, if I'm the hitter, I'm looking for slider on this next pitch.
There he goes for second. There's a swing. Line drive, center field. That's the second out of the inning. Grimmage is the batter. Grounded out last time. Runner on first, 2 away. He's running. On the way. Foul. That one goes foul. The slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. Side gone. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Marlins 7, St. Louis 3. And we've got Cleto batting. He's going to lead off bottom half of the 6th inning. And the first pitch. Oh, and that one runs in and hit him.
Well, this is something you don't see too often. Pitcher hitting pitcher. The question is, will there be retaliation?
It's going to bring up John Jay.
Gary, we see that guy.
Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. 1 away.
They shifted the outfielders to the left. He hit it to left, and he's out.
And Descalso will settle in. He had a single in his last time up. There's a swing and a liner. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. The opportunity for offense is right now.
Well, the bottom line is that he's on base. But I tell you what, he's going to struggle mightily if he continues to swing at that pitch down in the zone, almost in the dirt.
And it's Matt Holliday in the box now. Had an RBI single his last time to the plate. And with 2 strikes on him now, Holliday will be protecting that zone.
Now's the time he goes to the slider. This guy struggles in this situation. It's a good pitch for him.
Slider in there and gets him looking 2 down.
But just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. And a shot here for David Freese. It will come with 2 down. Singled and scored his last time around. The pitch. Swinging a high bouncer to second. Picked up by Torres. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. Vodker in the batter's box. Last time up. Blew out. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 1 out with runners at first and second. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. And that's another foul ball. And the runners go. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. On to first, that's out number 2. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
And Suzuki's in. Got the bat on that one. Jay's there. And the sides retired as they head into the dugout. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. Peterson will now stand in. Tight rotation there, and it just misses. 1-0.
Look, Gary, with this big a lead here in the 7th inning, it's incumbent upon the pitcher to throw strikes. Get outs right now.
Fastball swung on, miss. Now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Line drive fouled off towards Spurs. The 1-2 on its way. That one swung on its line. And it's Torres picks it up. Over to first for out number 1. And it's Smith batting. Last time up, he walked, forced in a run. And here's the first one. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
Okay, 1 out here in the 7th inning. I mean, you have to like the way this is going. They're looking good. The pitcher's throwing strikes. The defense making plays. They've got a big lead. Everything feels good.
Well, obviously not the call they were fishing for, so we'll try it again. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Pitch on the way. Late break to that thing. Tough to lay off it, but it's 2-2. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, he starts that 2-seam fastball, the inside corner, but it just runs in on the hands just off the plate.
3-2 on the way. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. And the catch by Suzuki. And it's Molina at the plate. 2 for 3 thus far. And starts him out here. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, it's getting late right now. 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and they're down by a bunch of runs. They need to start to get something going right here, Gary.
A swing line to left center. And in there for a base hit. He's 3 for 4 today.
Well, he's having himself a day right here in this one. 2-out hit right there. That's his 3rd hit of the game so far.
And Gallagher's in the box. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
He has great rotation on his breaking ball right here, and he hits the perfect spot. The hitter just gave up on it.
Low, and it's 1-2.
Well, this curveball just drops right off the table. It's a good pitch. Give the hitter credit for not chasing.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. Hit up the middle. He dives and gets it. And he throws in time for the force at second. Great out. No runs, one hit, and no one left on base. The Marlins still lead. We'll be looking to the leadoff batter later on in this inning, another AB. And Mayberry batting. He homered back in inning number 2. Here's the pitch. And he swings and hits this one foul. Foul! This is his first at bat. In this game, Kingray will grab a bat and hit here.
Now being brought in now to hit for the pitcher. Hopefully he can get a base hit and see if they can increase this lead.
There's a ground ball. Freeze. On to first, 2 away. Grimmage settling in. He'll be seeking his first hit of the game. Not a lot of luck so far. First pitch on the way. Swung on, line to right center field. And in there, he has struggled today. Now finally a base hit in the record book.
Well, even though he had 2 hits in the last game, his team lost, but he keeps swinging a bat like this, good things are going to happen.
Botker in the box now. He flew out his last time up. Swing and a miss on that curveball. It's 0-1.
2 outs in this inning, but a man on first base. And Gary, they've just got to find a way to get it out. Get a ground ball.
There he goes towards second. Oh, he's trying to steal second. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That's caught. Side is retired. And even though they're trailing, it's Chambers at the plate. He'll start things off. Bottom half, 8th inning.
Well, I can't blame them for bringing in the pinch hitter right now for the pitcher. They've got to do something to get this offense going and try to get back into the game.
D'Antona will be the new pitcher as the Marlins bring in their reliever. Swung on, that is hit. Mayberry. And his throw gets him 1 away. And Jay stands in to hit. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Picked up by Torres. And Jay is retired. And Descalso will settle in. Base hit his last time. And the first pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And in there, base hit. And that'll bring up Matt Holliday.
Well, he's having a heck of a day so far. Just 3rd hit of the game in this one. They just can't seem to find an answer for him.
Got looking last time. First pitch, curveball. Swung on and missed, 0-1.
Well, that's a great location down in the strike zone with that curveball. And right there, he got a swing and miss. But even if they make contact, you're going to get a grounder somewhere to your infield.
Davis. Throw on to second base. Forced play. Side retired. So no runs on. Davis into the batter's box. All eyes are on him as he looks for a record-tying 4th home run.
Well, their team's winning. He's been a huge part.
Swung on. He hit it. It goes to Jay. That's 1 away. And it's Michael Morris at the plate, 1 down. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. Swing and a drive, deep left center. And it's going to be Holliday. And he gets over to take care of business. And we've got his Torres batting. He singled his last trip. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. First pitch on the way. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the 9th inning, and They just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs to score a bunch of runs. You get an out, you can really deflate them.
The pitch. Fouled away. Foul! The 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Let's watch K-Cam. Take a look at the two-seam fastball.
2 straight fastballs. He still couldn't catch up with it.
Well, the pitcher comes back with a fastball right after he threw one and gets the K. You know he's throwing gas out there.
Peterson will now stand in. 0 for 4 in this one. And here's the first one. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Probably should not have swung at that one. It's a strike, even though the ball was in the dirt. One on the way. 1-1, a fastball inside. 2-1 now.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
Lined foul towards third. Two-two pitch. Missed inside with a fastball. The count runs full. The 3-2 pitch. Cutter called strike 3. He knew it too. 2 down.
Well, that's painting the black right there. He just throws it to the outside corner, exactly where they wanted to get the punch out.
And it's Smith batting. Popped out. Foul ground last time around. Here's the first pitch. Ball. The 1-0 now. That one hit on the ground. Could be. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
And in this winning effort by the Miami Marlins today, good effort all around by the team.
All right, let's do it. Here's our player of the game.
Well, it just seems funny that every time you need a big hit, it seems like the middle of the lineup happens to be up. And that's what happened in this game today. The third hitter came up with that big hit to help his team to the victory.
What an outstanding affair.
Gary, as the ball club, you really want to come out and dictate the
Davis into the batter's box. Steve, let's take a look at his pitching. performance.
You know, Gary, all outs are not equal. Ground ball outs are better because it keeps it in the infield and lets you guys play behind you. This lefty's getting a lot of those today.
Now it's 2 away. Runners on the move.
He's got a shot of getting out of this now. Big timeout. Now he's got 2 down. He's only 1 out away from working out of this jam.
Michael Morse looking to knock in a run. He homered earlier in the ballgame. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And Jay. And that one's put away to retire the side. So, I think we're going to see Garcia here. Ground. It out his last time through. And they're going to take a timeout here. They're going to have a little meeting at the mound.
Well, they're going to give him a little bit of time in the bullpen to try to get themselves ready in case they need to make a move.
Steve, let's take a look at those numbers off the mound.
You know, when he's throwing the ball down on his own like this, these lefty hitters have to stay behind the ball to drive it. They just don't seem able to do that. They keep swinging and hitting the top part of the ball.
Strike 2 there. Josh Johnson giving himself some room to work.
The hitter's got to be in defense mode right here, just looking to make contact. Got to shorten up the swing.
The pitch. Lined up the middle. Up with it. Out to second for 1. And Davis will get the double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Miami 5, St. Louis 3. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started. It's going to be Gritsolanic. Reached second base last time. He had a double off Garcia. Always a marvel to watch. You just know the opportunity for him to put the ball in play is there anytime he's at the plate. There's the swing. This ball is crunched deep into straightaway center. And home run. Miami, the production continues. The 2-run lead is turned into a 3-run ball game after that solo shot and a great swing. They're trailing in this ball game right now, but they want to keep the options open. 2 right-handers warming up.
Well, they have to bring somebody in who's not just coming in to get work, but let the guy come in and shut the door and try to give the offense a chance to come back. Continues to go well here for the Marlins. Good hitting.
Now Suzuki gets set. Towards the middle. Oh, my. How did he get out of the way of that? Those are scary. He's going to try to stretch it. And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's 1 down here.
Well, real solid approach, trying to work gap to gap up the middle of the field. Gets a fastball on the outer third of the plate, but able to stay on it and get himself a base hit to center.
And Mayberry batting. He homered back in the 3rd. And the first pitch, swing and a hot shot. And there's another one, couple of quick hits. Suzuki going towards 3rd. Great opportunity for Miami.
Well, he swung the bat well in the last game, getting 2 hits, and he seems to be continuing. You get in this one.
It's going to be Johnson now. Boy, he needs to get this out here. You do not want to give up that big hit to the opposing pitcher, especially with that top of the order with. Headed for the middle. And yet another hit there, seeing the ball well. Fantastic chance here.
Well, anytime you're sitting on the bench, it's hard to tell what a pitcher's really throwing unless you get in that batter's box. You come off the bench very cold like he was and delivers, that is huge.
Nice, shatters his bat, a line drive. And there's one. Back to first, not in time. 1-2, won't get it. Steve, he barely made it that time. Second baseman had a chance, didn't get him.
I thought he'd get him too, Gary, but it just took a little too long to get out of the glove and make the throw, and he beat it out.
Lotka is batting. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the lap. Ground ball to Freeze. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. Leading it off, David Freeze. And a 2-run homer in his last AB.
Complete game here for him. I mean, you talk about the RBIs, the homers, and this guy's doing everything today.
Andrew Oliver is going to be pitching. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins. There's a swing and a ground ball. He dives. He's up with it. Throw got him. That is one heck of a play. Diving stop and a nice throw, too.
I showed great range on that one. I didn't think he had any chance to get it, but able to get it and get on his feet to make a strong, accurate throw. Tremendous job.
Peterson will now stand in. 0 for 2 thus far. He delivers. Swing and a miss, and he's behind that pitch. 0-1.
Well, right there was a lot of indecision right there on the hitter. He thought fastball. He saw a slider, but he saw it too late, and that's why he swung late.
Takes one off the plate to even the count at 1. This one's grounded foul, wide of first. Change-up swung on and missed. That'll be out number 2.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
And it's Smith batting. Got looking last time. Sliders in there, no balls and a strike.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black, get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
Now here's a grounder towards the hole. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So a 1-2. And Ike Davis to lead it off. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Had a big rip at that one and falls behind 0-1. Two for 3 thus far. And we're going to get to see Eduardo Sanchez pitching as the Marlins bring in their reliever. Fouled away. Grounded softly to short. Mayberry. And he throws on to first for the out, put away. There's one away. Matt Holliday's at the plate. He hit into a double play as last time. And a swinging strike on the first pitch from Sanchez, 0-1.
You know, Gary, with one out right here, they still have time in this inning to try to generate some runs. They need to score here in this 8th inning and not leave it all to the ninth.
Holliday fouls it off again.
Well, you can tell right there that the batter is in protection mode. Anything close, he's just trying to.
Grounder, Grutzelanic. He's up with it. 2 down here in the inning. And a shot here for David Freese that will come with 2 down. Had a home run back in the 4th inning. Sharp curveball, swung on and missed. 0-1.
Gary, I think right now that you've got to consider trading outs for runs if you're pitching. I mean, listen, just keep getting outs right now. You have the countdown's there. You only need 4 outs left to win this ball game.
And he strikes him out. He catches David Freese flat-footed. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. The Marlins still lead. And Sanchez is batting. Drove in a run earlier in the game. First pitch to him. This one swung on and driven hard. And Jay. And he grabs it in his track. The runner's tagging from first. They will record it out there, but they'll also get that runner into scoring position.
Well, it was a tough pitch. Ball down to the zone. He did just what he could with it.
Botker is the batter. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3. Oh, here's Sanchez stealing. And here's Sanchez heading home. That looks like a single. And he scores.
That big lead just got a little bit bigger, and I have to think this one's just about over.
Davis into the batter's box. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. As he drops back, the runner's tagging from first. 2 outs in the box, Michael Morse. He homered earlier in the ballgame.
It's nice to have a bat like this in the lineup because as you're going.
Swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. That one in the alley. This could be 2 or more. He's waved on towards home. And he's in there to score all the way from first base.
Now they just keep adding to the lead right now. That ought to be enough to carry him through the bottom half of the inning, I think.
It's going to be Grutzelanic. Well, this offense is having one of those days. Wow, are they putting some numbers up. First pitch on the way. That one goes foul. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. And he's running on the move for third. Slide to right. And Grutzelanic got himself a base hit. This one finds its way around, rolling all the way to the wall. And they bring him home. There's the throw. Oh, they're scrambling. He gambled there, and he lost. That's a big out as he was on his way to the plate. They pick up 4 hits in the inning. Peterson will now stand in. Swinging an easy ground ball to short. Mayberry. Throw one to first in time, one away.
Well, I said, winning big right now. You just want to go out there, make plays, throw strikes, force them to try to put multiple hits together to get back into this game.
And it's Smith batting. He bounced out his last time. Out number 2.
Now down to their final out right here, Gary. So, they're looking pretty dire at this point. And, but listen, funnier things have happened. They've got to get base runners, though.
So with 2 down, it'll be Yadier Molina. 2 for 3 thus far. And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now.
Oh, he pulled the string on that curveball, took a little bit off, and had him way out in front.
That one swung on its line, and Molina's got himself a single.
Well, he's having himself a day right here in this one. 2-out hit right there. That's his third hit of the game so far.
And Gallagher's in the box. Drew a walk as last time. No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez in there, and he falls behind 0-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
And he watches ball 1.
Now, 1-2 is a pitcher's count, so there's no reason to give him a good pitch to hit right here.
1-2 pitch coming. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. That misses. Ball 2.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
And it's in there. Strike 3 call. That's it.
Gary and John, an overpowering performance by the Miami Marlins today. A big win for them.
So the honor is ready to be handled out. Our player of the game, a very deserving candidate. Hard to argue with the bat of Michael Morse.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. A couple of hits, and he went big fly. All in all, it adds up to a nice day's work, and they come away on top.
And as they put the victory up in this one, they now sit enviably, we might add, just 1 win away from winning the series.
And you have to credit them. They've come so far this year, and now they find themselves just 1 win away.
NLDS. We'll see the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Miami Marlins. And now it is out to Miami with Gary Thorne, John Kruk, and
Well, here it is. Division Series 2-0 in this series. Who's going to take game 3? We're about to find out here on 2K Sports. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk. Will this man, Kyle Loesch, bring his club to win they seek? Tough to hit, guaranteed. Great night for a baseball game as the Marlins get set to go. Starting pitcher, Jonathan Nees. And what about the St. Louis lineup, Steve? What are we going to see him use?
Sending a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup, a lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
Now presenting our starting lineup. Here's what Mike Matheny's offense looks like. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, Matt Hollidy's the kind of guy that if there's runners on base, keep your eye on him. He has an innate ability to hit the ball the other way to drive in big runs.
Getting us going here, it'll be John Jay. Steve, tell us what you think about this one, Marlins-wise.
Well, they're 1 win away from being where they want to be.
And Steve, clearly focus is the key now. Don't get ahead of yourself in these situations.
Well, that's right. They can't worry about the next series until they finish off this.
And that's going to do it in this half inning. Loesch, tip your cap when you see pitching like that in the batter's box. Leading it off is Matt Holliday. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that is hit. Wow, that was close. Right back in the middle, almost got him. And that will bring up Yadier Molina.
Well, anytime you get your first hitter up in the inning, big things could happen. It opens up a lot of holes in the defense, and it makes it a lot easier to hit for the guys behind you.
Doing some damage from the batter's box these last few games, going 6 for his last 8.
And it doesn't matter what they're throwing him. He's finding his way to get on base and help his team.
Swung and a fly ball. 1 away. And Scalzo will settle in. Very happy manager when he sees this name in the lineup. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Loesch with the pitch. Fouled away. Foul. One out with runners at first and second. This one swung on, hit down the line and right. 2 away. And in the batter's box, it's Nice. Boy, pitcher needs to get an out here. If you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offense. And the runners go. And he squares around, gets down the bunt. Molina throws on to first in time to retire the side. And it's Smith. Batting. He'll start things off here in the 3rd inning. Steve, what are the numbers for him on the mound today?
Well, you got to pitch to your strength, and he's a fly ball pitcher getting fly ball outs right here, Gary, and it's working for him today.
Throws on the first, side is retired. And Kyle Loesch. And Scalzo will settle in. Grounded out last time. He's going to start the home half. To the 5th. It's Emos at the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
Well, pinch hitter entering the game right now. The game is officially over. That's the end of the line for the pitcher today.
Here's the delivery. Hit on the ground, up the middle. The Scalzo. And his throw is in time for out number 1. Grimmage batting now. Last time up, flew out. Now the first pitch. That swung on and flied to right. 2 down. Bodker gets a turn here.
Gary Loesch just absolutely seemed like he intimidated these hitters today. They had no chance. He knew exactly what he wanted to do and executed it from the beginning.
We have seen a great pitching performance on the mound and a tremendous use of that strike zone that's been on display here.
Pretty impressive stuff, the way he's been pounding this strike zone.
0 for 1 thus far. And out on the mound, we'll see Josh Lindblom. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking. This one's grounded to second. It's scooped up. Gets one at second. On to first. Safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
And Gallagher's in the box. Flew out last time. Ball one to begin this at bat. 1-0.
Well, he starts that two-seam fastball in the inside corner, but it just runs in on the hands just off the plate.
He delivers. And that one is just off the black. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Hit in the air to center field. And that's out number 3. So they can't figure anything out. And through 7, they remain without a run. Still unable to score. St. Louis still 0. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. It's going to be Taylor. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 0-1. And, you know, any great pitching coach will emphasize the importance of mixing up your pitch types. Let's see how this guy's been doing in that regard. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. As he drops back for it and puts it away.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And we've got Asturis batting, wearing the collar thus far. And the first pitch. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike one.
As a hitter with a runner on base, you want to stay aggressive when you fall.
There he goes for second. That's swung on and a liner here. And this is a fair ball heading towards the corner. This one finds its way around, rolling all the way to the wall. And he gets there all the way from first.
He goes right with the pitch and slaps the ball in the left field.
And if you try and pull that pitch, you're probably not even going to get the bat on it.
It's a ground ball to second base if he pulls that one.
Locker settles in.
This was an outstanding performance today. I mean, that's good starting pitching right there. He won't be able to finish what he started, but he pitched a heck of a ball game.
Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Well,
and he's running on the move for third. And it's not in time, and he beats the throw.
The end doesn't justify the means. Somebody's going to talk to him and say, that's not good baseball.
Got the bat on that one. Jay's there. And he's there to retire the side. So they score once on 2 hits. And it's Smith batting. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. First pitch on the way. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike. He deals. Gets the fastball by him that time, and he's in control now, 0-2. Curveball got him, one away.
The ability to move your pitches around within the zone, to change a hitter's eye level and keep them off balance are critical to success. Very successful there, 3 pitches and a strikeout. Well, now hitting for the pitcher in this situation, he just has to try to get on base and see if he can't get something going offensively.
Swing, that's put in play. Morse. That one's taken care of. And Jay stands in to hit. And here's the first one. Swing and a rocket toward short. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So they still can't buy a run. They've been held scoreless through 8. And Ike Davis to lead it off. Struck out swinging last time. And out on the mound, we've got Fernando Salas as they make the pitching swap. And that sets down Davis. And it's Michael Morris at the plate, 1 down. We're trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, you talk about a guy that doesn't get cheated in the batter's box. You usually see that swing when someone throws a fastball, but he took a mighty hack at that slider, but he came up empty.
He'll start us out here. In the last inning of regulation. Here's the first pitch. That one hit pretty well, but it goes foul off to the right. Foul! Hit up the middle. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
Here is David Freese. He's 2 for 9 lifetime off the Marlins. And we're going to get to see Eduardo Sanchez pitching. He'll try to close this one out for Miami.
Well, in the late innings, now it's time for the managers to match wits to see who can best utilize his bench and his bullpen to win this game. With good speed now at first base, Gary, they're going to have to at least keep an eye on him. Even though they've got the lead, they've got to watch him because they might try to steal to get back in this game.
Let's see Davis over there doing all he can to hold him close. Foul fastball. Now the count 1-2.
Well, clearly the pitcher's in control right here. This guy really struggles on the fastball when he's behind in the count, so look for the heat.
Got him. 1 away.
Now, K-Cam's going to show us a good look at this slider.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
Batting, Matt Holliday. Sharp curveball, swung out and missed. 0-1.
The batter was obviously looking for something else. You see how way out in front he was on that swing.
No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez over near third. And there's 1. And 2. A double play.
Well, they win the division series in front of the hometown crowd, and obviously so much energy and excitement now, and that's going to carry over into the championship series.
Yeah, we like to recognize outstanding performances in our game, so let's do it right now with our Player of the Game award. On the mound today, he was the one in charge, John Neese.
Well, great starting pitching usually leads to wins for your team, and he came through with a great one in this one, and that's basically the definition of what it takes to become the player of the game.
And with this win, they have taken their first step towards the title as they win the divisional series.
As happy as they are in that clubhouse now, they're not satisfied with the division crown. They want it all.
So glad you could join us. For Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. We'll see you real soon.